Peace, Habari Ghani.
Nia.
Habari Ghani.
Nia.
My name is Joshua Muhammad. This is the B.Y.O.T podcast. I am the founder of B.O.T Movement, which is a community organization, and that stands for Building Our Own Table. This is our podcast, the B.Y.O.T podcast. I have my two lovely co-hosts here. I have brother Calvin Kosher with the Legend Culture. Say what's up to the people, Calvin.
How y'all doing? Peace. I'm Calvin Kosher. I'm happy to be in the midst of everybody here and with my wonderful team, B.O.T Movement.
And I have Sister Sabra to my right as co-host. What you want to say, Habari Ghani, to the people?
Habari Ghani.
Yeah.
Hey, beautiful people.
So just we got a quick icebreaker. So the main theme of Building Our Own Table is pretty self-explanatory, is that we're about making independent moves. We're not about begging people to do for us what we can do for ourselves. It's about building our own platforms, building our own institutions, and not begging other people. So we got a game for y'all, or audience participation, and it's a little, a cool little vote poll that we're gonna do, and the game is called Building or Begging. So I'm gonna give you a topic that's been popular in the news. We got 4 of them as we go through the night, and then you're gonna get to vote, live vote. So you're gonna scan the QR code. If you need help, we can drop a link too, so you can type it on your phone. You're gonna scan the QR code. Once I read it, you're gonna vote. I'm gonna give you about a minute to vote, and you're gonna say, is this topic, is it building, is it making independent moves, or is it begging? So let's cue up the first one. Can y'all see that? I'll read it out for y'all if y'all can't. I'm going to read it out because I see some people squinting in the back. All right, so it says, the Texas Democrats fight gerrymandering, flee state to stop vote. So is everybody familiar with the gerrymandering issue in Texas? Anybody? Do I need to recap it? Okay, so long story short, the Republicans, they gerrymandered, switched a lot of the districts around, making it to where it's harder for Democrats to get elected. Democrats did a political protest. They fled the state so it wouldn't come to a vote. It eventually did pass, but what I want the audience to say, based off whatever you think, is no right or wrong answer. Was the move by the Democrats, was it building? Was it an independent move? Was it a strong show of force? Or was it begging? Was it just more of the same thing that we've been doing and begging other people to, make us part of their system? So I'm gonna give you a minute. If y'all can scan that QR code. Does anybody need a picture? Oh, the picture's in the way. Sister Maniva, I'm gonna throw your picture to the side. I'm just gonna chunk it. So that's fine. Okay, now. I think just this one right here in the middle. This one right here. Can you move that, Brother Calvin?
Oh, you gonna put me on the spot?
Yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot.
So I'm gonna have to pay.
I ain't got liability insurance.
See, that's how it'll be your own people.
I guess we can move it right by the flag.
I tell you what, can y'all see that?
We good
That's
now?
better. Everybody got it, or who want to get it got it? Mm-hmm. All right, so go ahead and put in your votes. And then we're going to put up the results in about 30 seconds. So is this building or is it begging? Is it a strong show of independent force, or are we just doing more of the same old, same old? Everybody ready? Mm-hmm. I got my brother Deneric. He's on the B.O.T Movement team too in the back by the computer. Let me know when you're ready for the, we got some results coming in.
If you need help, please just raise your hand or something.
Here we got 10 more seconds, and then we're going to go to it. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone repeat after me. B.Y.O.T.
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 Ooh, okay. We got 57.6%. This got real accurate. 57.6% says, you got on your computer? It show you?
It don't have the percentages.
Let me see. If you go to the results. So next time, just I'm gonna look at your, just go to the results and put it in this chat. So 57.6% says begging, and 42.4% says building. Okay, so we're gonna get into this conversation. This is going to be a perfect segue into our first guest of the night. He's no stranger to anybody here, especially if you come to this mosque at any point in time. He's a uncle to me. He's been my student minister since I was born. He is the Southwest Regional Representative of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam, I would like for you all to give a warm round of applause and a Habari Ghani to Student Minister Dr. Abdul Haleem Muhammad. So I'm gonna let you introduce yourself and get into. I see he got some notes here. So look, we don't have Sundown. They call him Sundown Muhammad. So we don't have we got other parts of the program. But what I want to do is I mess with him all the time. I want to put the prompt to you, right, and then we can go into the thoughts as well with the conversation. Texas gerrymandering, Democrats split the state to stop the vote. It eventually passed. That whole issue, do you see it as building independence, or is it begging?
What is gerrymandering, Brother Musa? Can you
What's
please
gerrymandering? They call me Sundown Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Habari Ghani.
Nia.
That's purpose. Our purpose tonight, brothers and sisters, is not to leave here like we came in. So let's be clear. Gerrymandering comes from the 9th governor of the state of Massachusetts. His name was Elbridge Gerry. And when he became the governor, after running 4 times, and the 5th time he was elected, he supported the redistricting of the state senators. And in doing so, they created a district in Massachusetts that looked so strange, political cartoonists called it a salamander. It looked like a salamander. So it came up with the term gerrymander. So what gerrymandering is, brothers and sisters, is that every 10 years after they take the census, because of the Constitution in Article 1, Sections 2 and 4, the compromise that was made in the Constitutional Convention of 1787 was that every state would have 2 senators, and those senators would be chosen by, at that time, the state legislatures. And the compromise was made that in other states, they would choose their House of Representatives by population. So what happens is that every 10 years, they're supposed to carve out these legislative districts. And what we just witnessed recently at the behest of the president in the White House is the governor decided in the middle of the decade to change the political climate so that they could retain power in the House of Representatives. And let me say this about begging and building. First and foremost, brothers and sisters, gerrymandering, the Second Amendment, and the Electoral College was to make sure that the people in power stayed in power and we stayed enslaved.
Right.
So let's be clear. We weren't at the Constitutional Convention in 1787. We had really no say until the 14th and 15th Amendment was passed. And we fought, bled, and died in every war for this country. And yet, in 64, we passed the Civil Rights Act, 65, the Voters' Rights Act, and both of those are under attack right now. So at a certain point in time, we're going to have to say to ourselves, why do we keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results?
Absolutely.
Brothers and sisters, the bottom line is this. If we don't have an unapologetically black agenda, the insurance companies have agendas, the trial lawyers have agendas, the utility companies have agendas, the educators have agendas. What's black people's agendas? 120 years ago, we were all Republicans. Jesus or Muhammad could have ran as a Democrat, we wouldn't have voted for him. Now we're all Democrats, and if you say anything about Republican, then I don't want to hear it. It's begging, brothers and sisters, when we always give ourselves to somebody without us putting our agenda on the table. You should vote for nobody until you tell them the 5 things that we all agree upon that is the unapologetically black agenda. I don't know whether it's health, education, economics, whatever it might be. Then we need to lay it on the table. Now, we can't play African or Asiatic for these 7 days and then go back and be Negroes for the rest of the year.
Talk to him.
So I don't mean to be like that. I don't want to destroy the festive spirit that we have. But brothers and sisters, every institution that's black is under attack right now. Texas Southern is under attack. They attacked our political districts. They're attacking everything that we love that's black is being destroyed. Now we in the state of Texas are the crash test dummies. Why? Because there are more black people in the state of Texas than any other state in the union. And guess what? There are more black farmers in the state of Texas and ranchers than any other. Then why do we have food deserts? It makes absolutely no sense. We got truck drivers. We got farms. We got warehouses. We got customers. Then why the heck are we hungry and they losing their farms and their lands? If we got money, we're going to everybody else and spending our money with everybody else, but we don't spend it with each other. Let me make 2 points and then whatever your question is, and then I'll go because I am Sundown Muhammad. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan says that politics without economics is symbol without substance. What that means is this. Why do we let people go downtown and to Memorial and to River Oaks to get their money, but come to us for their vote? The old saying is that he who pays the piper calls the tune. So you put them in office and then you get angry because they ain't did nothing. What did you ask them to do? You should never let anybody ever come to your church, your organization, your mosque or whatever and tell you what they're going to do for you. You should sit them down like the white people do or the Jewish people do or whomever does. Sit them down and say, here's the 5 things that we agree upon. We're going to send it to you 2 weeks in advance. Then we want you to come and tell us where you stand on our 5 or 10 black agenda things. And then we dismiss them like Orange Juice Jones said, you dismiss, go out the room. And then we caucus among ourselves and say, what did they say on these issues? How do we rate them? And then if they come across as good for our agenda, then we say, okay, we're going to not only going to raise money for you, we're going to vote for you. But when you come back to us after your term is up, we're going to scorecard you based upon what you said you were going to do. Even if what you proposed in the legislature or at City Hall or whatever didn't go through, we want to at least see that you put it on the table. You might have got voted down, but we want to know that our interests are looked after. Lastly, William Clay wrote a book in politics. This is politics only. We got no permanent friends. We got no permanent enemies. We only have permanent interests. We need to define what our permanent interests are, brothers and sisters. The bottom line is that everybody's taking us for granted. We need to make them pay the cost to be the boss. Thank you.
Wow.
Hey, y'all acting like y'all scared to clap. Give them a round of applause.
Wow.
So again, man, thank you for that. So you can add one more vote to the begging side because he cast his vote in. So again, building the begging. Again, I want to first thank you for coming on the podcast with us. We couldn't come to the house that you represent and not have you on the podcast. This is a combination of two entities here. One is you have the Boot Movement, Building Your Own Table, and you also have the Legend Culture podcast that my brother Calvin is over. And we first want to highlight you because when it comes to a legend of the culture, especially in the city of Houston, first of all, I don't think you get your just due because you have been putting in work since before I was born. And you still, I told your age. So I was born in the 90s, and you've been the student minister of Muhammad Muslim 45 since 87. I got that right? Since 1987. So what's that? 38?
It'll be 38 this year.
38 years.
Inshallah.
So,
wow.
We want to dive into it. And of course, anybody, y'all feel free, you want to hop in, is that the theme of tonight is finding our Nia, our purpose. And there's a sub-theme which comes directly from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and also Isaiah 68, 4:14. I mixed up my scriptures. But it is make your own communities a safe and decent place to live. And then Isaiah 61 says, 61 says, they will rebuild the ancient ruins and restore the wasted cities. So I wanted you to dive into that and just speak about, things you have taken from the minister and then also the work you have done in Houston in that same vein.
Thank you.
Can I say something real quick?
Please, bro.
On the legend part. So I work from home. I have a day job at home aside from a lot of things that I do. And you were right about the legend part with this brother here. I help businesses get set up for internet and things that they need. So this man calls me, and not calls me, he calls in, and I'm on the phone. I introduce myself. How you doing? What do you need? And what's your name? He said his name, and I said, Muhammad. He said his name was Muhammad, last name Muhammad. I said, like Fard? And he started to laugh and chuckle. Man, we started talking, having a good time. But then he said, yeah, I came up way back. I used to be in Chicago and everything. Brother Minister Haleem. I said, hold on, wait, what? Oh, yeah, he right here in Houston, Texas. Oh, we talking about the same person. So somebody way across the other side of the United States calling in for internet.
And they know him.
Know you.
Legend.
That's legendary.
It's just all you give all praise to Allah. I mean, we're not made to handle praise. So we got to give it to the God that gives us whatever talent, skill that we have. And we cannot not be in gratitude to God for this opportunity. What I do want to say based upon that, brother, is, brother and sister, you have to know your value as a people. The theology of the Nation of Islam, whether you accept it or not, it's not important that you believe what I believe. What's important is that you believe that we believe it. You're in Mosque 45, the Nation of Islam, followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad under the Honorable Minister Lord Farrakhan, and this is what we believe. We believe that God loved us so much he visited America himself. Raised up for you a man in Elijah Muhammad who gave you Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, and today the Honorable Minister Lord Farrakhan. This is what we believe. And what I want you to understand is God loved you so much that he's willing to go to war with nations to free you. So America is not exempt from what happened to Egypt, Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon, Rome, or any empire that's gone before. And because you and I have been enslaved and oppressed for over 400 years, God would be a racist if he raised up Abraham, he raised up Jesus, he raised up Muhammad, but he won't raise up anybody for us. Right now, America is under divine judgment. So you talk about disasters, right? Back there's a disaster preparation table. Brothers and sisters, we have free stuff. We want you to take those things and prepare yourselves for the hurricanes and the calamities that's coming to America, because this country is under judgment. You have to understand that. And you, no matter how much you might want to love this thing and make this thing or integrate into this thing, it's like Dr. King told his good friend Harry Belafonte. He said, brother, Dr. King, he seemed very melancholy. This was right before, a couple of days before he was assassinated. He said, Doc, what's the matter? He said, brother, I think I'm integrating my people into a burning house. If you don't understand that America's unraveling right before your eyes, and that there's a wealth transfer going on right now. The wealth is going up and it's going out. And everybody, including the people who voted for this current administration, are being double-crossed. The farmers are being double-crossed. The MAGA people are being double-crossed. And you and I are trying to arrange deck chairs on the Titanic. No, brothers and sisters, let's get to the lifeboats and let's go on and build something for ourselves. And that's what we're talking about today. We got to change. We got to have another purpose.
Man, that's beautiful. So we're gonna land this plane. We're gonna get to some more arts and culture. So what are our, Kwanzaa is always at the end of the year. So going into this new year, what are our marching order? What is our NIA that you would say should be? You already said it, but let's put it for 2026.
It is operational unity. Yes, operational unity is unity without uniformity. It means what we did to organize ourselves, regardless of our faith traditions, regardless of what our formations are, whether we're with top ladies or whether we're with the Nation of Islam or whether we go to a church or we're with Shape Center, we're Pan-Africanists, we're nationalists, it does not matter. What matters is our agenda for our common survival. So when we leave out of here, brothers and sisters, exchange numbers and begin to network. because we have to pool not only our resources, we have to pool our talent and our time and our treasure together, because brothers and sisters, if we do not unite, we will not survive. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said our unity is more powerful than an atomic bomb. So I want you and I to be able to sit at the table, whether we're from the streets or the suites. Now, I close with this, beloved. I don't have so much as a parking ticket to my name, but I've toured every level of federal prison with the exception of Leavenworth and the Supermax in Colorado. I've met presidents, I've met kings, senators, governors, and all of that. You got to be ready, brothers and sisters, to deal with the suites and the streets, the talented 10th, you understand? And the brother and sister on the corner in the street. We got to organize our people. We must be organized. We are not outnumbered, we're out-organized.
I got a
Let's
question.
get organized, get free.
I got a question.
And then Cyber got one too. We're gonna close it out.
You want to go ahead and answer?
You let me go real quick. So I had a question about what you said with politics without economy. So given that there does need to be a certain amount of power given to the economy within politics, but we see now too much power being given to the economy in politics. So where does the limit lie in the power of economy in politics?
The power lies in understanding why this country was formed in the first place. This thing is about protecting private property. It's also understanding why the Texas Revolution took place. It wasn't for independence and all of these theoretical and libertarian terms. It was so that they could keep their slaves, because we were property. So you have to understand that the Constitution is about them keeping private property. They fought their own cousins over there in England. The first act was not the Declaration of Independence that we're getting ready to celebrate. It was called the Articles of Association was the first one, where they actually appealed to the king and to the parliament. Look, don't treat us like that. We're your colony. We're sending your money. Don't you know that every one of those colonies really had a charter? They were businesses set up by the parliament, by the crown, to come over here, and they had governors and a little self-governance, but they had to send their money back. After a while, they were being mistreated, so they begged them, say, hey, we're loyal citizens of the crown. Why are you treating us like this? And then eventually it got so bad, then they started shooting. They had the Boston Massacre and all of that. Then they declared their independence, and they fought a war. Then they created what they call the Articles of Confederation, which didn't work. And then they had the Constitutional Convention from May of 1787 to September 17th, 1887. And they really didn't know where they come from. No 39 men that signed that document, and when it came out, then they had a ratification process. And then in 1788, that was ratified. It was all about private property. That's why do not be fooled, brothers and sisters. This thing is about us pooling our resources. Lastly, I'll say the dollar is not worth anything.
Okay.
We're talking about gas being $2.30. We'll be happy gas is $2.30. Man, I remember when gas was $1. We was ready to ride when the gas was $1 a gallon. It's not that the gas costs more money. It's not that the material costs more money. It's that the dollar is worth less. It's not backed by anything. Pool your resources, pull it together, and let's get some gold and silver, and let's get about the land. We got to buy some land so that we can feed, clothe, shelter ourselves, and get the things that we need. Got to have some of this earth we call on.
Hey, Calvin, so, man, I want to go longer, but we got to wrap it up.
I got to go.
So this is what we want to do, though. We got a podcast coming in 2026, the B.Y.O.T. podcast, the Legend Culture podcast. We want to bring you back on, do a full-length conversation, because you gave like a history one-on-one lesson.
Masterclass.
I learned more in like 10 minutes than I did in my whole high school career. So would you?
I'm going to make a contribution to your legal fund so you can sue them for giving you a diploma.
That too.
If you're not learning history, and they trying to take black history out of school, everything that we love is under attack, brothers and sisters. We cannot be passive anymore. We got to stand up, and we got to get up and do something for us. So we got to fight for our very existence.
Hey, let's give brother, Dr. Student Minister Abdul Haleem a round of applause. Thank you so much. We'll be back with part 2 of the B.Y.O.T. podcast. Assalamu alaikum, Habar Ghani.